was really good. So I don't know. Is there like a Dracula movie out now too?
There's a Dracula movie out now.
So
Good
there's
grief.
Dracula movie.
Yeah.
There's The Bride.
The Bride. So The Bride of
Yeah.
Frankenstein. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this was like a movie about, Kent's dating life. I'm kinda
Yeah.
Little rom-com.
That's adorable. The Bride,
sorely
or
disappointed.
my movie would be called The Talking Stage. And no one outside of the realm would understand what that means, but it's fine.
Or To the Friend Zone. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where I live.
Man.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Welcome.
Kenny, Kent. Gosh, I feel like we had this conversation about what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Is it Kenny, Kent,
You call me whatever you want to call me. All
Kenty
right.
D, Kenty?
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that still hold on to Kenny. So listen, I love it.
I don't. It's
Like,
hard.
Allow it to happen.
You
know?
know, you just don't come off as a Kent. Maybe I just need to listen more to Bacon Sale.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're Kenny.
Yeah. I mean, listen, based on my mood, it's fine. Full moon. Sometimes I'm Kent. Sometimes I'm Kenny. It's all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Good to know, because I think I messed that up. But when we did our last episode, I called you Kenny and Kent, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I say that wrong? So I went down this ADHD loophole of like, is he going to be offended or is he going to be happy? Like,
Oh,
the
no,
funniest
listen.
thing.
It's just when you bring in the D, which that sounds wrong.
We'll keep the D out of it, brother. Yeah,
Keep the
I
D
can
out
see
of
why.
it, guys.
Yeah, you bet.
That's
You bet.
actually okay. Yep. Talking stage. Anyways, thanks for having me. I mean, it's been a minute since Josh and I have been in this realm talking on Riverside like this. And so it immediately brings back all these feelings of, I miss you, Josh. So
I miss you too.
yeah. And so I feel fortunate that both you and Blue, you and Josh have allowed me to join you. Just to rant or talk, or I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just here to
everything
hi.
and then some. And I'm glad
Okay.
it brought you some nostalgia and not some post-traumatic stress, because
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. No,
I'm following you.
we're a few podcasts
PTSD.
away from that. Yeah.
dude. No, but we really did want it. We, for some reason, we keep gravitating towards movies in some of these new episodes here on the Best Darn Podcast Show. And I thought, we have no idea what we're talking about or ranting. We should get someone in here that has a little bit more knowledge in the Hollywood arena than we do.
Yeah. Blue, you and I haven't had a chance to do this before.
No,
like we haven't been able to talk about movies. I know, Josh, this isn't meant as a slight to you at all, but there's
just gonna go check out.
That's what I'm saying. There's sometimes, Blue, where Josh would just shut down, right? And Josh, you better not, because
I'm just going to read my Easter book.
Yeah, brilliant.
No, not allowed, because often, Blue, when I talk about movies that were coming up, whether it was a horror movie or a kid's movie or whatever, I'd always try to make it gear towards Josh in a way, because I knew it wouldn't. And so I'm like, Josh, here's a scary movie we can see together, because I know in no world would he ever do that. And so... Josh. Perk up your ears. When we're talking about these movies, it's just for nostalgia and education.
Exactly. And to be honest, it wasn't because I didn't try. So last year, I tried to become a movie person. I tried so hard. I even went out and bought the Megaplex movie pass, right? Where you get 2 passes a month.
Yeah. Do you use it?
I used it on Jurassic Park.
In July.
July.
Yeah.
And then in December, I bought 20 passes to that David, Christian cartoon movie, and just took all the nieces and nephews to that because I forgot that I had it and I had to use it.
Oh, dude. Josh.
That's adorable.
Man.
The movie buff who sees 2 movies a year.
I'm just glad that my nieces and nephews were able to go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would have been me watching it 3 times a day for a whole week.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, you have one up on me. I haven't seen that movie. So, you're the expert here.
It's Christian, and it's a cartoon, and David's in it.
Listen, the only Christian cartoons I need in my life are the Living Scriptures, okay? So...
those were some bangers back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still watch that.
I'm not surprised.
I'll give you my password.
Wait, you have a password?
They stream those?
Yeah, it's a streaming service now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys keep leveling up? Like you started with the VHS and then like the laser discs and then the DVDs and now the streaming? Like, do you guys have all forms of
Did,
media when it comes to them?
did anyone go to Laserdisc? That's the question. We were all told that was a thing, and they made like
Do you
30
remember?
Laserdiscs.
Did you ever see a movie on Laserdisc where you had to literally like flip it during intermission to turn it over? Like what? Who thought that was a great idea?
Only
like,
at school did I ever watch a Laserdisc.
you had a Laserdisc at school?
Yeah.
Where did you go to school, man? The high roller? What the
Davis
heck?
County, it's fine.
Wow. With the hand-me-down player? Is that what it was? Like
Probably.
someone's
trying to get rid of it.
We're like, here, we're neither of us are taking this in the divorce. You take it to school. Give it to your teacher.
You know where you can get a laser disc though.
No,
Fanciest place in town, the DI.
Yeah.
I've never seen one there.
No, they're there. You have to go to the ones that are like in this kind of the city centers, like closer to Salt Lake and Provo, because that's where you get the banger like deals in the DI, right?
I'm gonna go shopping with you.
We should.
Yeah,
We should keep it in the
because
glass
there's
section
some-
where you need to have an employee come and
Yeah.
give the keys to get in.
No,
Blue, let me ask you this, Blue. Do you stream everything, or do you still have DVDs and Blu-rays? Do you keep a physical collection?
Dude, no.
Okay.
We did for a while. Like we have a ton, but now we have nothing to play it on. In fact, I literally just bought a external like
Okay.
Blu-ray player to play them,
Yeah.
and it's sat here for like 3 months. I don't even know how to hook it up. So we're kind of in the middle, but stream everything.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, I do stream everything, but I like to own movies. Like it's now like gone so far into the digital world that I'm like, no, I hate it now. I'm retaliating. So now I will go online and buy like 5 4K movies at a time because I just want to have them just cause to brag and say, I like this movie, so I'm cool.
he
I don't
sleeps with them at night. He
I do.
sleeps with them at
and
night.
they slice me up real good.
Nice. No, it's funny. I
sleep
do
with
that
my
with the books, though.
shows.
If I have an audio book, for some reason, I'll buy the hard copy of the book as if I'll ever read it. But I want to put it on my shelf so people will say, did you read that? And I can be like, yes. But I really didn't. But I do that with, I do that with
all
books.
right.
I'm so guilty with that with
So
books.
stupid.
Like
It's so dumb.
I like literally bought this Easter book last night, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get to it like after Easter.
Josh, I can't believe you, man. Like I don't know, Kenny. He always makes me feel like a heathen because that man's buying Easter books, and I just got 11/22/63 from Stephen King, and I'm like, I can't ever reach his level of like spirituality. I'm like, dude, how do you maintain that?
Hey,
Josh?
Blue, you know it's all for show. Come on.
It is
Right.
If
I
he
learned
pans
from
his
the best.
camera a little to the left, we'd see all the chains and the whips and everything else. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
There's a little monkey doll. That's weird.
Yeah.
By the way, 11/22/63 is the best Stephen King novel. It's the best one he's ever done. Yeah.
100%. Josh, have you read it?
I actually have like
My favorite.
I felt like it jumped the shark. Like at the end, I hated the ending.
Well, that's every Stephen King book, but it was good. He had to go back and fix it.
For me, it has his best written ending. I hate Stephen King endings by and large, but this one I'm like, you know what?
100%.
You did a good job. That'll do, pig.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear
It
you,
was
Josh,
so
because it's
depressing.
well, yeah.
It's Stephen
Is that-
King. It's not going to be happy.
Yeah. You mean the guy who wrote The Killer Clown that was chasing children? No.
Yeah.
No, it's Josh. I hear what you're saying
I
because
take that back, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
because in the novel of it's much more gruesome and dark. I haven't read it, but
There are
I've
definitely
heard
parts
that
that
There are some Epstein level issues in some of that. So yeah.
that's
I
the new
love-
terminology there.
Yeah, I love how
Uh-huh.
that's become a gauge of measurement. In
Absolutely. Stay away. Absolutely.
Indeed.
But no, Kenny, I want to know, like a lot of our conversation have been gravitating towards movies. And I do feel like I'm like on the more questionable side with my movie picks. And I still leave that Josh, and he kind of gets that blank stare, like I have no idea what you're talking about. So it's nice to have you on here. We'd love to bring you on.
Yeah.
We're starting a new segment called Kennywood.
Oh.
Would you see it or would you not see it? I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. So like Kennywood, but
He would.
Kennywood.
Kennywood. Yep. I expect theme parks like Dollywood eventually. Like we're gonna try and like catapult you to stardom in some way.
I
shape,
would
or form.
change my website name to Kennywood, but I think that's probably taken. So
Yeah.
And you probably don't want to go there.
No. Stay a stay away. Again, Epstein level stuff, we don't want
Yeah.
that.
No, listen,
Stay
I
away.
I am all about helping and just geeking out wherever I can. So, yeah, I'll join you guys anytime.
Sweet.
Excellent. Well, you do have a hard out, so I wanna jump into this because you're going to see The Bride, right?
Yeah.
So is this a play on from Frankenstein that we saw a couple years ago, the new Frankenstein? Did you watch that? Like, the
Yeah.
new
So
what did you think, man?
I was fascinated by it, but also a little let down. Like, it's beautiful. Everything about it, the mood is right, the production is right, the soundtrack, the look is great. But it's still just the story of Frankenstein, and
Literally.
they they mess with the story in ways I didn't prefer. But
Mhm.
I was also like, that's really well done. So it's one of the better ones. It's just maybe not my dream Frankenstein adaptation.
Yeah, so Josh, every Frankenstein movie has this one scene where Frankenstein bumps into the blind guy because that's like a pretty crucial aspect, right? This monster hanging out with this blind guy, and I don't know what would be more terrifying, like to touch Frankenstein, who's like 9 feet, whatever, or like him just moaning and grunting. Like that dude was like, "Come on in, man! Like let me make you some food." The same thing happened in this movie too, but like, this is not a play on from that. This is a whole different line, right? The Bride, like this is
Yeah,
like
this is in the 1930s, and it's more about the Bride of Frankenstein, and it's about mobsters. And Frankenstein is 100 years old, played by Christian Bell, and he wants to animate a corpse of a dead woman who is just fiery and feminist, and she's going to fight back against the power, and together they become Bonnie and Clyde. So,
why
Like,
not just find a live woman? I've seen relationships that look like one's dead and one's alive.
sure.
What what would be the perk of this? Like,
Well, he thinks that only a dead woman like himself, that only a dead woman could love him because he's a monster. Because he's Christian Bell with like 4 stitches in his head.
he's
You
like
know,
literally, I'm so dead inside. I need another dead person.
same,
Please make me-
same.
Obviously, he is wrong because if this happened in like 2020 or whatever, he would know that he could find a woman that would be interested in a dead guy on the internet.
Where are you going with this, Josh?
Man,
I'm going to stop there because I'm just in my head. I'm like Epstein.
what was
my
the Tinder
gosh.
profile for Frankenstein? Like, who's like swiping on that one? Like,
Well, he'd add a
that's-
little Snapchat filter for sure, because I see this all the time. It's always
Mhm.
Snapchat filters, and he'd put the little cat ears,
Oh my gosh,
place the
yes.
bolts. Yeah, I get it.
I love it.
He likes to travel to Europe here and there, right? He's really adventurous,
Mhm.
passionate, hates
Right.
fire. Yeah.
Dude, see,
Naturally.
all right. Well, Josh, there's a lot of these movies right now, and so I've just finished watching the first part of 28 Years Later. Great beginning, got lost in the middle, and I had no idea they had yet another one. Have you seen the second movie to 28 Years Later?
Yeah, and just so people aren't confused, there's 28 days later, Josh. That's the
Yeah.
first. That was made 24 years ago or something, whatever, with Cillian Murphy, and it's basically about this rage virus infects everyone. They become fast-moving zombies, quote unquote. And then they made 28 weeks later. Doesn't really continue the story, but still pretty cool. And now you've got the new ones with Ray Fiennes and Aaron Taylor Johnson, whatever. And Blue, you're exactly right. That movie, I love parts of it, but it's almost like 2.5 movies. Where you're
It
kind of
really
like,
is.
totally, you're like, what's going on here? But
What
they're
is happening?
they're setting the stage for what happens in 28 years later, the Bone Temple. So, Josh, in 28 years later, you've got this old crazy guy played by Ray Fiennes, and he worships death. He's not necessarily evil, but he makes it sacred, right? And so he literally has a temple made out of bones, skulls, like femurs, all that kind of stuff.
A lot of time on his hands.
Yeah.
He just build the
And-
Temple of Bones.
That on some kind of island.
Well,
No.
on the UK. So
Yeah,
kind of
not Skull Island.
So,
Or
but in this,
Epstein.
like, Blue, if you were like a little kind of let down by 28 years later and the Power Rangers type ending that it had,
Yeah, it was weird.
watch immediately. I think it's out on digital now. 28 years later, Bone Temple. You will be so satisfied by where they go with the story.
Okay, good.
It still is two distinct movies that kind of meld at some point, but you get these the gang of I forget the name of the guy, but it's this horrible, torturous, evil gang of drifters, and those are the Power Rangers / Teletubbies in the group, and they are
Gotcha.
horrible, and they're kind of on their way to meet Ray Fiennes. and the culmination of this makes it the best movie I've seen this year.
Nice.
And it kind of failed because
that's
no one
saying
really knew.
something because
Yeah, it is.
the way I didn't know they were even having another one. I thought that's a really weird way to
no one
wrap
did.
this
And
up.
the movie kind of failed because everyone's like, what is this movie? Is it kind of just an add-on? Yeah. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
See, you say that you lose me here, but when you're telling me that Teletubbies are showing up in a zombie movie, how can I not help but be lost?
Yeah.
See?
Don't worry about it.
See, okay, I just want to state my case because I do watch movies
Yeah.
on living scriptures, but whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Man, you're missing as you're chugging Pedialyte. You are the most pure man, dude. I love Josh. I love you so much.
Not even caffeine. You're drinking Pedialyte.
Hey,
Sorry.
dude, it's after 8.
keep the electrolytes up for the podcast.
I drink my second 44-ounce drink at like 10. I'm
Nice.
just poisoning myself just continually. So
we
good
all
job,
are.
Josh.
We all are. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually had the conversation today with my dentist about how we probably should back off.
He's all, keep your sodium level down. Them
But then
sodium's
he's-
killing your teeth back there. What?
No, he was actually giving me recommendations on what to drink, like how he loves the Ghost Peach drink, which have you had that, Kent?
Is that a Red Bull?
Ghost energy drink.
No. I actually don't drink energy drinks.
What?
You love energy drinks. I forgot this. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not giving
it's
you.
how I stay alive, man.
I'm not giving you credit for Pedialyte anymore.
Dude,
No.
Yeah.
It's all
Well,
show. You
because-
probably poured that out and put the Ghost in there, didn't you?
It's very
That's
PG.
you. What the heck? Thinking ahead, man.
Yeah, your Diet Mountain Dew.
I'm a Diet Dew guy because deep inside I'm 17 years old, but I want to act adult, so it's diet.
Right.
So-
Dude, Diet
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. That's strange. Kit, do you think they're making too many Scream movies? Should we have stopped this at 4 or 5 or even 6? Like, do we need a 7? Like,
Yeah,
what
we
is?
sure did not need a 7. But I mean, Blue, are you a fan of scary movies in general?
Yeah. And you know
Okay.
what? I fall for them all the time too. Like, I am
Yeah.
the worst. I scream out loud. I hide. Yeah, but I love them.
Okay, we maybe should have a movie night because maybe having 2 screamers with the 2 of you would be
Yeah.
worth it for me to just sit there and watch. Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing with any scary movies, they cost so little to make, generally a couple $1 million. And then all these teenagers or whoever wants to see it opening weekend because it's kind of fun, even if it kind of sucks. And so they make their money 10 times over. And so the
Cash
studios
cow.
say, hey, let's do it again. And then it gets progressively worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Now we have Scream 7, 30 years after the
7.
first one. And I watched it over last week. And I've even liked some of the, like Scream 4 is one of my favorites. Scream 5 is fine. But then you get to this point and you're like, you guys got nothing. There's nothing here anymore. We're sniffing fumes at this point.
Seriously.
So the answer is no. I mean, you get to anywhere. Okay, I'm going to pull it back. Saw
Okay.
10 was one of the best Saws.
Saw 10, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think if you're in double digits, that's an automatic, like, no, that's not a good movie.
Okay, let's prove that wrong.
Well,
I can't.
Land Before Time. Yeah, anything after what? There's like 17 of them.
You know,
or something like that.
there are
are you serious?
yeah,
Pretty
I had
close,
no idea
yeah.
there were that many of those.
there are 10
Straight
Fast
to
and
video?
Furious movies, but by 10 they're not good. But 5 through 7 were really good.
But see, I will take Jurassic Park 28. Like, just give me Jurassic Park movies
Dude, I think
every
that
other
one's
year.
overdone. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
like
it's not.
when you
No,
get
it's
beyond
not.
trilogy stuff, you've got to bring some writing, or else you're
Hey,
just cash cowing it. It's
Josh,
obvious.
what happened in the last Jurassic World movie? Can you explain the plot to us?
I've never seen it,
Dinosaurs.
but I bet you I can guess, Josh. If you get stuck, I'll
It
help you. I've never seen it.
basically, so it essentially kind of was a copy and paste of Jurassic Park, to be honest with
Crazy.
you.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like, you know what you're getting. That's
No, literally.
the best part about it.
Like, legit. What was it about? Was it about people going to an island to see dinosaurs?
Here's
to
what-
get
here's what-
tragically stuck there and eaten?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Well, I just
No.
remember that really, like,
The dopey looking
annoying
one?
boyfriend.
The derpy one?
are you
So
talking
it-
dinosaurs or the
yeah.
boyfriend?
Both.
Good
in this
grief.
movie, they got to mix it up because I think people just want T-Rexes and Raptors. That's all we need. We're easily
Mhm.
pleased. And Josh, I know you have your favorites, but in this one, they're like, hey, what if we make mutant dinosaurs again? and
Come on.
they're the ugliest looking creatures you'll ever see. You miss the T-Rex. You miss the raptors.
Yeah, the one that that was supposed to be the big villain or whatever. Like, I will say that was really dumb and really annoying because he kind of comes out seriously like, and you're like,
carbon copy of a carbon copy, so it's a
give
little bit slow.
me-
Yeah, multiplicity right here.
just give me the T-Rex.
Exactly.
You know,
See,
Like-
that's the equivalent of when the Fast and Furious went to space. It's like we're going there now. That's all we got left. So.
In a Fiero.
Exactly.
we talked about this on the other show. They just need to merge Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious.
100%.
And a little bit of Scream. Can you imagine?
If they were racing, imagine one person is riding a raptor and the other person is riding, like, I don't know, a triceratops. These would make $3 billion. Josh, you would be going 3 times a day every week.
Oh yeah. Like Vin Diesel, man, on a triceratops.
Well, see, and this
I
is the
think
thing with sequels, you guys. Like, honestly, like I saw Avatar 1 when that came out 600 years ago.
Yeah.
And then 400 years ago, the second one came out. I didn't even know the third one was out until I saw it pop up here the other day. I'm like, what the heck? And I hear they're making more. Like,
you didn't watch 3?
Are we ever going to see the end of these as guys our age? I'm 50 years old now. Do you think I'll ever see the end of the Avatar series, or is it going to be something I got to see from their side?
There's a slight chance they may be done now. It's really up to James Cameron, who did Terminator 2, Aliens, The Abyss, all that kind of stuff, because it's his baby. And so if he dies, for example, Disney may try to use the property, but also it's his passion project.
If he dies.
Let
me tell you something about life and death.
When he dies? Oh, that's a better thing to say.
No one makes it out alive. Is that what you're saying?
But the last movie, number 3, which you haven't seen, which is just like 2, it's pretty, but that's about it. It made a $1.5 billion and was seen as a massive disappointment because it made $1.5 billion and not $2.5 billion.
What was the budget?
It's $400 to $500 million. And so they need to make about $1 billion to be in the black, but still they want these movies to be the biggest movies of all time because 1 and 2 are.
But that's the thing, though. Do you remember when that came out? Everyone saw that show at least 2 times. I saw it 4 times. For some reason, like, why the crap
3D.
did I see that show
3D.
4 times? See?
0.
Oh, 0.
I've never seen any of them.
It'll change your life. You should go see it in the movie theater somewhere.
I saw the same movie back in 1991, 1992 when I saw Ferngully. So why do I need to watch a prettier version of it?
Guess what?
If I already know the plot.
You don't. But we were all taken by it because it was new 3D technology. After seeing it, you wanted to take family or friends to say, look what they can do in movies now. And they are gorgeous.
And Josh, like it or not, every guy was attracted to those Avatar girls. I kid you not. I don't know why. Don't get out of there. No, you were too. They were good looking, and it made us feel weird.
He hides his Avatar magazines.
That really is to hear me out that you just threw out there.
I'm just saying. Google it.
Listen, did I try to grow a dreadlock after that? I sure did.
Yeah,
so
heck with the Jedi curl, right? We want the Avatar tail.
Just seems like mainstream furries or whatever. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of gross. I mean, you got to plug yourself into all the animals and stuff. I'm like, that's a little gross, but I can look past that, right? Just looking for a really tall girl. That's what we were doing back then. That's all we were looking for, Josh, back then. No,
Josh, don't act like you're above this.
No. There's it's actually because there are things. It's because there are things I want to say, but I know I probably shouldn't.
Very good, Josh. Stay on
I'm
track,
learning
right?
this. Yes. Yeah.
Because your wife listens. Fine.
No,
whatever.
she probably wouldn't care, but Rick is. And for the sake of Rick, I don't want to disappoint him.
I do have another I need your opinion on this too. And Josh, you should see this movie. It's pretty good. Although I don't know what all the buzz is about. I thought it was great, but I didn't realize how much CGI they used and stuff in this. But that's Sinners. Great show, great music.
Yeah.
Kind of a twist. I had no idea that's where it was going.
Really?
I
That's
watched it again. Yeah, I
yeah.
watched it again, and I didn't realize, man, like, how much CGI they use. It's almost like I guess on The Mandalorian, they kinda started making that big screen in the back, and, like,
Mhm.
that's how they is that what they did with this one too? Because I started looking, I'm like, "Is any of this kind of real?" Because everything seemed like big blue screen kinda stuff or green screen.
So the Oscars are happening in a week and a half as of this
Yeah.
recording, and
Timely, Josh,
it
look.
is the most nominated film of all time. It has
Why
16
is that?
nominations. You know, Blue, there's a couple reasons. A, it's really good, and it's also it made a ton of money. So the Oscars are like, not only is it like a good movie and kind of artistic and a character piece, but also because people paid to see it, they'll then watch the Oscars because we nominated the movie.
Oh.
But, you know, as far as like if you scale it back, it's a story about racism and
Yes.
it goes into character depth pretty well. And that's probably the big
That makes
reason everyone's
sense.
like, oh, like the Oscars do a little pat on the back, like, look at us, look what we can award. And it's like, if a movie's good, a movie's good. Right.
Right. Absolutely,
So
100%, but
so
that's
you're
But Josh,
probably
talking about like Crash, kind of the same concept. I think
uh,
it was Crash. Was it Crash
Crash
back in?
definitely was one of those which was super overhyped, overblown, but it had a lot of messaging. This one,
Mhm.
thankfully, doesn't throw it in your face. It just tells a story of these wonderful characters who are just living in the deep South, trying to raise a big dance party in the
Mhm.
times where there was just prevalent Ku Klux Klan, and there was just a lot of fight back. And then, Josh, I almost don't want to tell you what happens in the last third of the movie because I don't want to scare you away from it.
What, a
It's good
cocaine
though.
bear shows up?
It becomes a monster movie of sorts,
It does.
and it's a very traditional. I would say it's vampires, but it's very traditional in the way that it goes into it. And Blue, I would agree. And I'm going to rewatch it. At that
Mhm.
point, you're like, oh, okay. Like no CG was needed up until now,
Yeah.
and then it goes into it. But
Yeah, Josh, it's pretty good. It's good, but I didn't realize,
Not
how
gory.
much they used it. Mhm.
Is it
oh,
gory or not gory?
very, it's very gory, but it takes its time. Like it really is just like, wow, what am I watching? Like I thought this was going to be a scary movie, and it's just a nice movie until the end, and then you're like, oh, I know what this is.
They save it for the end so
They
that
do,
you
yeah.
yeah, you can be horrified then, and it's too late
So
to
I can
leave because
watch
it's
the
almost
first
over.
half. Okay.
Well, or
Mhm.
we can cuddle. Do you want to cuddle? Uh, Blue, here's the thing.
I'm
I
married
always,
now, Kent.
it doesn't matter. Come on, Marianne will say yes.
It's true. We did watch The
So
Bachelor together with her.
So, Blue, when I try to convince women to watch scary movies with me, which,
Mhm.
unless it's October, is kind of challenging. Like women will watch, and sorry, blanket statement, they'll watch all sort of true crime and murder docs and all that kind of stuff. But when I'm like, hey, do you want to watch this movie about this haunted house, whatever, they're like, no. And then I say, actually, did you know that cuddling makes a movie 72% less scary? And I'm like, that's science. And they're like, 72%? I'm like, pretty much, probably.
Yeah, and you're like, "Google it, I promise." Yeah, I like that.
Or please don't Google it. Just experience it because,
So funny. No,
truthfully,
I
if you
love
have
it, man.
snacks and you're and you're spooning, there's nothing scary at that point because
Unless
you're
you're
like,
watching something like Hereditary, and then you're like, "There's no amount of cuddling that can make that
listen,
pleasant." Like,
I tried kissing during Hereditary and it just didn't work
you
out.
did not. You did not. Oh man,
That
whoever you
movie, it jarred my soul. It
my
truly is
gosh.
disturbing.
Yeah. I thought, "Oh, Park City, Utah, how bad could it be?" Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Heavy,
Josh, that's a
Josh.
local movie. If you want to watch it sometime.
I've heard, well, I don't know what it's about. I've heard about it, and I've
Mhm.
heard it's, mm,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
indeed.
mhm.
yeah.
I like that we're
Yeah.
talking about scary movies so much, but I wish it were October. But yeah, Sinners is one that needs to be watched, especially because it's currently relevant because of the Oscar season as
Do you
well.
think it's gonna clean up? I mean, I don't know. Who's it going up against? Like, what's another
It
power hitter
it's
that's
this one or One Battle After Another, which is the Leonardo DiCaprio one, and that
gotcha.
one is a great director. It's a pretty divisive film. Like it really is like far, far, far left versus far, far, far right, and so it
Gotcha.
kind of plays on how things currently are, except for it accentuates these characters and makes it pretty farcical. And so
Hmm.
it's really well received. It's those two, but I think Sinners will actually take most.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
so because Kenny, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm actually a licensed professional therapist. I got to ask you this
What?
question because it tells me a
Okay.
lot about you.
Here we
Um,
go.
favorite Quentin Tarantino movie and why?
It is Inglorious Bastards.
You don't have to tell me why.
Ooh.
Now I know why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me though.
No,
For you, what is it?
no,
Why?
it's funny because like I grew up, and I'm 44 now, so it was a perfect time to grow up watching Tarantino. Because when I started
Mhm.
watching like Pulp Fiction and those sorts of movies or Reservoir Dogs, I'm like, I'm too young to be watching this, but I think they're super cool.
Yeah,
Right? I
that's
was like,
awesome.
I'm loving the vibe. And then by the time I saw Kill Bill, I said, yep, there will never be a better Tarantino set of films than Kill Bill 1 and 2. And then for some reason, it's 2009, great year for film. Inglourious Bastards came out, and I was like, what? Like, alternate history World War II movie? Like, come on,
Love it.
super try hard.
What's
And
he doing?
everything about it is thrilling. Josh, have you seen this one?
I have. I'm trying to remember when I saw
So
it though.
Okay, but seeing in the theater, I was on pins and needles the entire time. Like I
Yeah.
felt uncomfortable, and if I am uncomfortable or happy or scared or whatever, if I'm taken out of myself in a movie, that it becomes one of my favorite movies because pure escapism. And so, Inglorious Bastards is funny, scary, thrilling, all the good stuff,
I
and it feels
remember.
like condensed Tarantino.
Yes, it does. It's everything in
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actor. I want to say it was Malfoy from Harry Potter. It was the blonde-haired guy. It wasn't Malfoy.
So he's in
No.
Patriot. That's Jason Isaacs. It is Christoph Waltz, who is
That's right. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. I remember being enthralled, like in his character. And
he's
just
incredible. He won the award for Best Supporting Actor for good reason because he instantly became one of the best villains of all time.
yeah, like you just hated him.
Okay. So Blue, how did I? Oh, and also there's Jewish roots. Okay, we'll just call it out there. How did I do with this psychological test? Is there a worse choice?
No, absolutely. Is there really? Probably not. But that's a great answer. If you would have said, I mean, even Reservoir Dogs would have been like, yes, that's a good one. But that's one of his earlier ones. I think that's what got me onto Steelers Will, though, right? I mean, let's be honest. Josh, have you seen Reservoir Dogs? You haven't seen Reservoir Dogs.
no.
Who am I kidding? Yeah. Seriously.
I am turning more and more into my mother because I remember playing this game with my mom when I was a kid. Of like,
this is
what
why I need
movies
you
have
on here
seen?
every once in a while, Kenny, because I can't talk to Josh about this. I'm like, oh, so
Listen,
you've never seen that? Okay,
let's just get a bat phone or a Kennywood phone, and if you're
Here we
recording,
go.
you're like, hey, can I just call him for 7 minutes? Can we just
I need to get his
get this
opinion
out?
on this. Absolutely. Okay, last question then for you before you go, and it's only limited to 3. But what do you think the best trilogy ever was? Like I'm talking like 1, 2, and 3, not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 25. But what do you think? Like beginning, middle, and end. What do you think?
Are you going to give me options, or do you really just want me to give you like what I
I
consider
want
a
you
list?
to just shoot from the hip.
Okay, before I do that, I'm going to give you some of the best and underrated trilogies out there, if I may.
Gotcha.
Go right ahead.
How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even know
wonderful.
there were sequels.
Yeah, so the first one came out 2010, the second one 2014, and the third one, The Hidden World, in 2019. And granted, they are making the live action ones, and the first one surprisingly good. And I hate live action remakes. I think they're cash grabs, but this one I'm like, oh no, that's the same movie. It was unnecessary, but still wonderful. But the animated movies just made me fall in love with animation again and a cartoon dragon. Like I love them.
I honestly,
Such a
I
good choice.
I loved the first one.
Yeah.
So much. But yet
Josh,
I have no idea that there's a 2 and 3, and I
Josh,
know what I'm doing this weekend.
Watch 2, you'll cry. Blue, there's something about me, and this is another show because there's so much wrong with me. But there was a large span of my life where I bragged about not crying in films, or for any reason. I was a really shy and meek kid, and so I cried a lot up until I was a teenager. And then I decided, nope, I'm tough now. And I just told myself. And so if movies that I'd watch, and I've seen a lot, almost got me to tears because of the manipulative soundtrack or scenes, whatever, I would hold it. I would pause the movie and say, nope, I will not let you win. And
like
then
the dude from Cloudy with Chance and Meatballs, tear, get back in there.
And then you suck it back up. And then I started letting it go and needing to just cry happy tears. And obviously this happened a lot or a couple times in the 2010s, but around COVID, as a person, we all kind of broke.
Oh yeah.
And then I started crying
Keep
in
talking. I got
all the
2% on my
movies.
battery. I gotta grab a charger. Keep going.
Okay, grab a charger. But so, Josh, watch
Yes.
2. I
Okay.
don't know if you'll cry, but I did. I'm just putting that out there.
I probably will. My wife my wife gives me just so much crap because I am a crier. Like I don't know what it was other than marriage.
Yeah.
I think marriage just like made my tear ducts just more loose because anytime I look at her in church, anytime
Crisis
I'm
averted.
watching like somebody overcome trials while watch Chopped on the Food Network will make me cry.
Josh.
Or if you're watching like Instagram videos of dads coming back from serving overseas and surprising their kids,
no.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no.
So Blue,
no.
I have rediscovered personally, and this is a longer conversation, but how good tears can be, like how healing they can be. And I fought that for years and years.
That's wild.
And so now I embrace in movies. If movies like, for example, I saw a movie last year called Hamnet, which was about Shakespeare's wife essentially erasing their kids, and there's tragedy. And I was a blubbering baby by the end. And I was like, yeah, this movie tried to do this, but it succeeded.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, though? No matter what, you can only ugly cry for 8 minutes. The body won't let you cry any more than that. That's all you've got Reservoir for. So even if it's bad,
is that science like by 72% less scary when you're cuddling, or is that an actual thing?
That's an actual thing.
8 minutes?
Again, as a therapist, Google it. Yeah, no, you don't have much. You really don't. Like it's about 8 minutes, and you'll get the sniffles and stuff, but like you can't ugly cry. So you go for it, man. Let it rip. Because you only got 8 minutes of reservoir in there.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So
I love that though, man. That's cool. That's why, like a lot of times, like I don't finish some movies or like even video games because I'm like I don't want the character to die, so I just stop. That way, they'll.
Can we talk video games sometime?
Oh, we've got to talk video games. I don't think Josh realizes that I play
Am I being voted off of this podcast?
Welcome, Kenny, to the Best Darn Podcast Show. No.
Yes. I call it the Best Dang Podcast just to change it up a little bit. Okay, getting back to the trilogies. I know I'm taking my time, but I really love the Rise of the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the Rise, Dawn, and War.
Yeah.
I think they're fantastic. But the real answer, it's between 2 trilogies.
Back to the Future?
Okay, listen, I do love the Back to the Future trilogy. But
it has its place.
There's either the original trilogy, Star Wars, or The Lord of the Rings.
Man, that's a hard
I still
one.
have only seen the first movie of Lord of the Rings.
There's no way I can get Sean on here if you don't watch these, man.
I will make a promise.
You've never seen the last one where they actually accomplished the goal that they set out to do?
No.
Oh, man, dude.
Wait, so you will watch it, Josh? Will you?
I will.
I should say?
Yeah. Yes. Here's the thing is, and I told this to Blue, I don't know if it was off the air or on the mic, but if I see Sean Astin's feet, I will watch the last 2 movies because I just want to see if it looked like Hobbit feet.
In real life or in the movie?
Real life. I just want to know how hairy.
It does seem a little Epstein to me, dude. Come on, like how am I supposed to say, "Hey, Sean, I'd love to have you on the podcast, buddy"? But
now, if I asked for pictures of it, I just even a video on here on Riverside would be sufficient.
Josh, I think it's a rite of passage at this point. Everyone needs to see Star Wars and everyone needs to see Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They just don't make movies like this anymore. Lord of the Rings was, it's crazy to think about it, but it's 25 years ago, right? It seems more recent. It's mind-blowing. And so they're just the standout one-of-a-kind movies that have been, even by their own franchise, been tried to replicate, but it's just impossible.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So I think quintessentially the hero's journey with the trilogies, each one going through that process, and then the whole trilogy. I think you're right with Star Wars. That seemed to have everything and then some.
Yeah, where the main character kissed his sister.
Have you seen all 3 of those, Josh?
Yes. Oh, yes.
On Laserdisc. You haven't lived me, so I'm on Laserdisc.
I need to run to the DI.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Blue, this is it won't be a surprise to anyone that knows me, but Lord of the Rings is my preference. And I
agree.
know
Yep.
it's standing on the shoulders of giants because I grew up with the original trilogy, right? It helped me discover sci-fi and action movies and all that kind of stuff, but they just haven't aged necessarily well for me. And and I don't like what the monsters become. And
That
Lord of the
makes-
Rings for me is timeless, and I relate to so much of the really basic themes, but it just tells the story so well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when they're going through the mountain at the very beginning, and he's talking about there's not good things in here, and they have that little moment, him and Frodo. Yeah, Josh,
Mhm.
you need to go back. I mean, there's some life lessons. That's the conversation I always thought I would have with my son, but he said it's clean your room, don't touch that, put that away. You know, like I wanted that moment.
We don't
but I
go
haven't
where
got
the
it yet.
shadows are.
That's right, man. So
Mufasa.
Never go on. Yeah, just never go to a ravine with your child.
dude, man, Josh.
So Blue, do you prefer Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Lord of the Rings, 100%.
Okay, wow,
Like,
all
I
right.
love Star Wars for what it is, but I think just for like, the connection with the characters that they seem more.
I'm writing
relatable.
this down for my to-do list for this weekend. So
And I
They're
won't
long
even
movies,
make
are
you
you
watch.
sure?
Yeah, don't watch the
What?
extended ones, even though I would want you to, but it will try your patience being a first timer.
Lord of the Rings.
I'll bet
Put
you're
down
asleep within the first
Christmas
half hour,
tree.
Josh. I know you.
100%.
Yeah, buddy. That's so good.
And
No,
what
that
else am
makes
I
sense.
doing?
You'll be asleep
So
before I
I'm
think
gonna
you even
watch
hit.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put down the Christmas tree. And
Wait a minute. We couldn't record early the other day because you were taking down your Christmas tree. You didn't get to it?
He has 9 of them. He has 9 Christmas
Oh my
trees.
gosh. What do you have, a forest in there?
dude,
Josh? 'Tis the
Yes.
season, buddy. Get it down.
It's
almost St.
almost the
Patrick's
season
Day.
again.
Yeah.
we did play with the idea of just making an Easter tree and just hiding Easter eggs in the tree branches, but that didn't.
Yeah.
We need it down.
Hey, Blue, it seems like we've barely scratched the surface here.
See?
So
I know. You gotta
you
come
want me
back on.
back? Josh,
Okay.
if you'll allow it, Josh.
I think
Blue
I'm
and I would
being
like to talk
voted
more.
off. I think I'm being voted off of this podcast. So
No, yeah, we do.
At
That's
this
why I
point-
said when Josh promoted it to me, he put it out there. I'm like, well, good, because we need it. You know, Kennywood or Kenny wouldn't see this. So yeah, we need to Netflix do all that stuff. Yep.
how the
Let's do it.
tables have turned.
Yeah,
Kenny
you
is
brought-
replacing me.
That's so funny.
I'd say
We're
too
just doing our
soon,
other
but
one.
it's been a minute.
Take me on a
Awesome.
drive to Tooele and don't bring me back.
Nice. Do you live in Tooele?
No, there's a
Oh.
story. There's a story there.
Okay.
One
That's
late
I'm
night.
there
night.
tomorrow at 5 a.m. because I hang out there at the gel all day, hanging out and helping people. So
Okay.
that's a
Wow.
crazy place. But
Yeah.
okay,
Go
go
to
see
the
the bride.
Denny's.
We want to report when you're done because
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible, but I will let you guys know for sure.
awesome,
Okay.
brother.
All right, love you guys.
Okay, ciao.
All
See you later, my
right.
man. All right, welcome everyone to the Best Darn Podcast Show. Now that guy's
Starring-
gone. Holy crap!
Starring Josh and Blue, right? Not Kenny
Yeah,
and Blue.
no, that guy's gone. Good grief. No, that was awesome. That was fun. I'm glad that you thought about bringing him on board, brother. That was cool.
Well, it was a team effort. You know,
absolutely.
it is interesting though because like it really is. It really is funny when we ended the other show back in August. Like he was my pipeline for movies. It was the only reason why I knew kind of what was going on. And so when he's talking about The Sinner, I'm like, I don't remember him talking about this. And like, oh
What's
yeah,
that?
because we ended the other show in August.
Right at the
of
pinnacle.
last
So
year.
that means we got to get Spencer on here for like cooking corner stuff and
Meat. Mhm.
meats.
Yeah,
And
I
dad
don't-
jokes. Maybe we need him for the dad
Yeah,
jokes.
we definitely need him on for dad jokes. Like, what
Mhm.
constitutes a good dad joke? Right?
I think that it would probably be hard to get him to laugh at a dad joke because he's probably heard them all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you and I, we're pretty easily entertained. We're like, give me another one. But like,
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I love
That'll
it
be
too.
it.
And
That'll be me and you trying to make him laugh. If we can get one that makes him laugh, maybe that's
I know
the
how to
game
make
show.
Spencer giggle.
You tickle him in the right places.
No, that was a unfortunate soundbite right there. Uh,
That's funny.
but no, I think we definitely need to not just have Kenny or Spencer here on the show, but I mean, we have a lot of people that do listen, that have different interests and uh, unique skills and everything that I think would be a lot of fun to just kind of tap into and talk to, you know? So
Yeah.
I
No,
don't know.
I think it's a good idea. Dude, that
But
was crazy. Like there for a second, I looked up at my computer and I'm like, what's all these warning signs? I got down to 2% and I had to go
Mhm.
steal someone's charger. So I made it back, dude. That was like amazing.
Okay,
That's
here's a
ADHD at its
question.
finest.
Here's a question that I'm curious to know about you. Are you the type of person that plugs in your phone every night before you go to bed so that you have a fresh battery in the morning or whatever? Or are you the type of person that will just let it get down to, 20%, 10% or whatever, and then recharge it?
Yeah, I'm both of those. Like, I charge mine at night, but I'm usually up on my phone until it gets to about 80%, and then I unplug it when I go to bed.
Mhm.
And then, I listen to it while I'm sleeping because I suck at just going to bed without any kind of background noise. And
You do the
so,
brown noise, right?
yeah, you know what, dude? All right, should I tell you what I do now? I
Okay.
look up spaceship on YouTube, and it's a 10-hour loop, and it's just me in a spaceship. It just sounds like a spaceship, Starship
Sounds
Enterprise or something.
that sounds like like the premise of a children's book.
It's gotta be, dude. It's
Blue in
literally
the
it's just
spaceship.
you should look at it tonight. It's funny. They're like 10 hours, and it's just what a spaceship would sound like if you're cruising the cosmos. Mhm.
See, I don't know. I mean, is it because you just try to get rid of the background noise of whatever's around?
Mhm.
Like,
Everything.
do you do a fan? Does it have to be
No,
silence? Does it have to just be certain background noise?
it's gotta be background noise, and I can't dude, that's why noise canceling headphones are great. They're so fantastic. But, like, um, for some reason, and I don't know if this is an ADHD thing or not, but, like, when I would listen to, like, just a normal, like, brown noisemaker, I could
Mhm.
start picking up rhythm in it, and I could start catching a tune, like, I don't know if you know this, it's not just but if you listen to it, all of a sudden you can start catching a rhythm in there, and you can hear the loop. You can hear where it loops, and I'm like, "Holy crap." So then I'd start studying it, and I'd be like, "Okay, here comes the pitch, there it goes, here comes the loop, and start over again." And then I started putting words to it, and I'm like, "I cannot be rapping
No.
to brown
Oh,
noise loops."
no.
And then I look at my watch and it's like or it's like, 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, crap, dude. So yeah, I've got to have some, dude, it's a nightmare. For all you non-ADHD folk,
Nope.
I, I wish I could fix.
100% understand that because it's gotta be the ADHD or OCD.
It
I don't know
is.
what it is. Because even with editing, like, I am so particular about, like, the editing. That's why I love doing the Riverside AI editing
Uh-huh.
because I'm just like, okay, they'll pick it up and then I just have to tell myself I'm okay if it's not 100% perfect. Nobody else really cares much as long as the volume is good and everything, and I'm good. But I can pick up different patterns. Like when Marianne, she'll cut her music for her dance routines because generally speaking, you want all your dance songs to be about 2 minutes long or so,
Ah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you have to. So for certain songs, you have to condense that to a point where like it makes sense. You don't want to just end it like right off the bat, you know? And so she'll have me listen to it and it drives her crazy because I can always pick up either the little loop or the the place where she cuts it where it's not perfectly matched. And I'm like, this is who you married. I'm sorry, honey. But um anyway.
Dude. Yeah, no, and so yeah, so that's me. And then my favorite game to play is where did my iPod or my AirPod go? And so, white
Mhm.
sheets, white AirPod. I'm trying to like find it with my flashlight in the morning, not trying to wake my wife up because then she'd be a little, upset with me. So That's a fun game to
Mhm,
play, but yeah, dude, it's a nightmare, and so even if I put, like, earplugs in, I can start
mhm.
hearing my heartbeat, and I'm like, "Is that normal? Did I hear a murmur in there? Like, is that" and my brain just starts running, dude. It sucks, man.
Yeah, I'm
I'm always thinking, I'm always processing. It's like, turn it off.
well, yeah, because at night, I have to have a fan, and I have to have earplugs in.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if you remember this, but for, like, the first year of marriage, we we slept in different beds, and
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, think about it. Like, it's a crazy thing, and more and more people are doing that. Like, I was interesting. Family therapist here. I start working, and I start finding out how. I thought first I thought, well, that's a little strange, but it happens more and more, and it's not because they love each other. It's because like sometimes their sleep schedules are different. Sometimes
mhm,
one's a little bit more on the snory side than the other.
mhm,
So believe it or not, it's becoming more and more common. So it's not a sign of a marriage that's in, the spiral. It's more of like we need our sleep so that we can be civil
yeah,
with each other. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's funny because the whole reason why I stopped is I was starting to get bed ghost coming back,
Oh,
and
dude, you're like, "Not here." Yeah.
yeah, and so, like, one night, I like, literally, I mean, it's like a scene from my own childhood, right? Where
Mhm.
in the middle of the night, I just crawl into bed next to my wife, like a kid would crawl into bed after a midnight, after a nightmare, with their parents or whatever, and,
Yeah.
um, yeah, and it just stopped, so I've been sharing the same
Dude,
bed
I'll
now for
tell you
what,
though, and
2
it's no
years?
lie, like, one of the most terrifying things you'll ever see when you have kids, Josh, is, like, at, like, 4 in the morning when you look over at the door and they're just standing there, like, this little silhouette of a little thing, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" And then because they're having, like, night walking, they don't answer you.
Mhm,
It's even more scary, yeah, so
mhm.
and
No,
then I
that
start
I
thinking
I
about,
did.
like aliens coming in to abduct you, and they're about that same height, and I'm like, "You ooh, be careful, I'm gonna throw a pillow at you." Yeah.
Yeah, my niece would do that. Like, when I lived at home, when I lived with my parents, they lived in the basement as well, and she
Mhm,
was a sleepwalker. And there was once or twice where she would kind of walk and she'd just stand there,
mhm.
and like she was like looking for something, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm like, Let's take you back to your mom. Don't
Dude, it's the
just
funniest
stare
thing
at
because 'cause they're
me."
totally awake, like, their eyes are open. My daughter
Hmm.
Savannah used to do this a lot now. She's, like, they're 20 years old now, going to school and stuff, but, like, when she was little, she'd come out, she'd start talking like, "So the pink horse was over yesterday drinking the garden milk." "What?"
Garden
And I'm
milk.
like, "What?" "The pink horse came over yesterday with cereal in the pitchfork." "Savannah, what are you talking about?" Marissa's like, "Blue, don't even talk to her. Here, I'll go put her back to bed." 'Cause I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, so funny.
Yeah. No, I used to do that as a kid as well. Like my I don't know what my thing was, but I would it's like I would think that I was like a beaver. And like my mom would put me back to bed because there were a couple times where I would gnaw at like the door frame or whatever. Like, and I would just
What?
kind of like gnaw at it. And like, yeah,
What,
if you
dude?
I'm sure it's been replaced now in my childhood home. But
Mhm.
my bedroom door frame, I'm sure it had teeth marks. So,
Man, you go sell
but
that house and someone will look through it and be like, "What kind of horrors happened in here? Look at the teeth marks in here." Yeah,
have
that's
you
funny,
ever
man.
have you gone back to, like, some of your childhood homes
Gosh, dude, I
and
I
go through.
moved 22
Oh,
times before
that's
I was
right.
18. Everywhere I go is my childhood home. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I take that back, I guess.
Mhm.
I grew up in a home. Our first home, we lived there for what? I think I was 28 when we moved, and so lots of
Wait,
memories.
you were tw
And
so the house you guys are at now, your parents are, that wasn't where you grew up?
no, no, that we moved there, what, 2005. So we've been there for
Mm,
20 years. But
wow.
before that, we lived just on the other side of Bountiful, just kind of on the North Salt Lake uh,
I did not know that.
border. But
Wow.
yeah, we lived that house. I lived there until I was about 28. Well, I mean, give or take, because of college and everything.
Mhm.
Uh, it, yeah, that it was weird because I've gone back and I've gone through that house when they put it up for sale, and it's the weirdest,
Are you
strangest thing.
serious? Like, you went around and heard the echoes of the Hanson clan
Yeah,
from
well,
yesteryear?
because I stopped doing it though about I think about 6 or 7 years ago, because it was just kind of sad of all the things that they, had remodeled and everything.
Mhm.
Like you could kind of see, where things were a little bit, but they had changed it so much. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
It's like when you're in a dream and it looks familiar, but you're it's not familiar. You're like, "What is this? What have
Uh-huh.
you done?"
And
Yeah.
what was trippy is, well, because it was a rambler, and
Mhm.
there was a dividing wall with the kitchen. So the kitchen was kind of boxed in, and then on the other side of the wall in the center of the house was the living room. But they took that middle wall out and just opened up the kitchen and that, and just threw me off. Like it's just like, oh my gosh. But then they didn't touch the outside pretty much at all. So when I was
Give you a
so I
false
look
sense of hope.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I look outside and it was so
Yeah.
trippy because that's what I remember. That's what was like etched in my head, from my childhood. But I don't know. I don't know how we got on this tangent, but
No.
um,
I don't know.
yeah. Welcome to
Ghost of yesteryear,
ADHD.
because I just saw a ghost anomaly float across my chest. Did you see that? That was weird. It's probably a
I think it
big
was a
hunk of dust,
flare.
but, like, that was
Yeah,
freaking weird. Yeah.
I
Big
don't know.
hunk of dust.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, come October, we definitely need to talk a little bit about ghosts.
Man, I know, and like I said, like, I'm a believer, but I don't think I've seen anything, so and I don't want to either. Maybe that's part of it, 'cause I would it would end my life, Josh, if I saw something like that. Like, it would be
I'm
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
dude,
much I'm that way. I'm that same way, dude.
I'm like the guy that thinks he's tough until something happens, and I'm like the most wussy dude out there, so I'm a lover, not a fighter, not a ghost
No, I
hunter.
see it too. I just saw it there too.
Did you see it?
It yeah, kind of by your
Either
armpit
it
there,
is a hunk of dust or it's a very small ghost just walking about.
or
Yeah.
could be a spider.
Dude, have you ever been in your bed watching, like, an Instagram reel and then someone like a spider, and then you start looking around, start thinking, like, "Is one by me?" And then you, like, flinch because you feel something touch you?
Dude, that happens to me, like, if I'm on the toilet or whatever, and
Mhm.
it's not necessarily what I'm watching, or if I'm, scrolling through reels. If I even think of a
Have
snake,
you even entered your
if
mind?
if it enters my mind, if I think about a snake, I always have to stand up and flush the toilet, because I remember reading and hearing all those
Yeah.
stories about snakes
Mhm.
coming up the toilet, that,
Yep.
like, if I think it, they're there, you know?
Yep. Yep. Rats in New York can climb up the sewer pipes like that too. Yeah, it's
Mhm,
terrifying. Can you
mhm.
imagine, like, you're sitting there reading the newspaper, if that's what you do in the toilet, and all of a sudden out comes a pokey rat? Like, that'd be terrifying. No
Yeah,
one needs
no,
that.
no, thank you, and see, that's why you don't need to move to New York.
Yeah, you just keep the toilet lids down, right? That'll keep them out.
No,
Probably
but you
not.
gotta still use it. Anyway,
Josh, is this our
um,
last official, like, Best Darn
n
Podcast show, or do we need one
for this,
more?
no, we actually need one more, and
Okay.
um, I actually did the math wrong.
Really? Are we, like, really far behind?
No, it's 9 episodes in the first week.
Okay. So,
I thought it was 8, and
gotcha.
then so the 8th will be on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, because this is
Mhm.
airing on Monday, but then we have Wednesday, our regular
Our
show.
regular show. I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, surprise, we even surprised ourselves.
Bonus. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Well, do you know what? I'm having a
So,
ball, and so I don't think
I
that's
am
gonna be a
too.
problem.
No, well, and honestly, there conversation between you and I and whoever else is on this show,
Mhm.
we can keep the party going, right?
Oh
It
my
just
gosh. We can keep partying in the back. We can keep fartlecking, and we can absolutely have the best darn podcast show, right? I mean, why not? That's what I think.
I love it.
So
I love it.
again, I'm not just going to cut off because we have to do something different. So until tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, we bid you adieu. That was a really good one.